What's up, Grognard? Sam here, coming to you from the studio, and I am thrilled because it's one of my favorite times, and that means it's the release of a brand new Disney Lorcana trading card game set. This one is Wilds Unknown, and it is super exciting because we are getting Pixar, we are getting Toy Story, we're getting Incredibles, lots of really cool stuff coming in this particular set. Some great cards, some beautiful enchanted treatments, an iconic card, of course, two iconic cards, that is. But for me, I think one of the most exciting things about Wilds Unknown is that we are getting official pre-release kits from Ravensburger for Lorcana, and we're going to take a closer look at it. So we're not going to waste any time. Let's hop right in and take a look at Disney Lorcana Wilds Unknown. I got lots of product here. I got a booster box. I got the two-player starter set that we'll take a look at as well. So we're going to be ripping a lot of stuff, enjoying these new cards. We got some beautiful artwork here with Woody and Buzz in the wilds. It looks like Woody has a sword here, which is pretty cool. Buzz is wearing kind of like a jacket of some sort. So wonderful treatment of these characters. Lorcana, of course, has always kind of done its best to set certain characters apart, create the Dreamborn, Inkborn, etc., Storyborn, so you get a lot of different variations on the characters, which is super cool, in addition to their personalities and identities that we know and love. For instance, I'm looking at the two-player starter set right now. I'll just grab it out here, why not? And you see you've got Mrs. Incredible or Elastigirl. Why are they calling her Mrs. Incredible? Well, whatever. And Buzz Lightyear here with their iconic looks and costumes, but we're going to get variations on that, of course, because that's what Lorcana does. So on the back here it says, "Stick together, Glimmers and Illumineers find themselves lost in the far reaches of the realm. To return home, you must journey across threatening landscapes. There is no time for toying around, so make sure your batteries are charged and you have a trusty moving buddy by your side." And then right here we can see the contents: 6 booster packs, 1 promo card, 4 damage dice, 1 postcard, 1 paper box, 1 pack rush rules pamphlet. So yeah, they've done a really nice job putting this together. It's your standard kind of pre-release kit. We've seen them, of course, for other games. Let's just crack this open and see what's inside. Now, of course, pre-releases will be occurring this weekend at Grognard Games and Hobbies in Roselle, and then next week, during the week, actually, I believe it's going to be Thursday at Batavia, so keep your eyes peeled for those tickets. They're available now, actually. You don't have to keep your eyes peeled. You can just go grab them right now. Oh, we got a box here, which is a nice sort of sturdy paper box, and we're seeing some characters here. Merida, of course, and then I can't think of her name right now, and it's gonna bug the heck out of me. But yeah, we've got Elastigirl here, Merida, and then we have Woody right here. We're gonna pop this open, and we'll go ahead and pull out our packs. Our promo card right there, super cool. We'll take a closer look at that in a second. We also have a nice postcard, Torchlight Peaks. I'd say it's Peak Adventure. Very, very, very cool. Sending love. Could you send back supplies? Super little cool thing for this box, this pre-release kit. Pull that divider out, and you see the damage dice here. Looking very, very cool. And then we have our Pack Rush or pre-release pamphlet to let you know exactly what you're going to be doing. Got that great artwork again with Buddy and Woods. Buddy and Woods. Jeez Louise. Buzz and Woody. It's that day, it's that week, it's that month, it's that year. Anyway, here you have it. It'll tell you exactly how to get your pack rush going. You got 6 packs, and then of course we've got the Cinderella Resourceful Traveler, which is our promo card. Looking very, very, very nice. I like that a lot. But let's face it, we came here to open some packs, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Slide this divider actually back in here. So we've got some packs right here, and we're going to crack them right now and see what awaits us in this Disney Lorcana Wilds Unknown pre-release kit, the very first pre-release kit that Disney Lorcana has ever done. So let's see here. Do we have the puzzle? Of course we do. There it is. And we got Mickey first off for our puzzle. Let's see what cards we've got here. Like a Bird in the Sky. Take a look there. Some Buzz artwork right there. Fat Cats Club. Very nice. We got Todd, Nimble Fox. Someone Will Lose His Head. Monterey Jack. Alma Madrigal. Mickey Mouse Experienced Traveler, which matches our puzzle piece over there. Hand in the box. There's Woody, Leader of Toys. Very, very nice. My son will go ape for that one. There's Mrs. Incredible, super stretchy. And then, look at this. We got Dash Par, very nice. Lava Runner. Very, very cool. And then, ooh, we got a Milo Thatch getting his hands dirty. So super cool. Pulling off two of the super rares right off the bat. Now let's see what awaits us in this next pack. 6 packs, of course, here. We will obviously be getting into a Trove. We'll be getting into a box. We're going to be opening a lot of Lorcana. You know, I might not have it all on the channel. Some of it we might just keep for in stock for singles. Pterodactyl Janie Doll. Fergus. Merida, Defiant Daughter. Gadget Hack Wrench. It's Gadget. Why couldn't I think of her name earlier? Julieta Madrigal. Louisa Madrigal. Jebediah Farnsworth. Bo Peep. Karen Shepherd. Club Door. We got Remote Inklands. Ooh, and we got our first legendary. Very, very cool. And look at that. It's Mrs. Incredible, Determined Rescuer. Very, very nice. I love the spot varnish on it. Always looks so good. It's a great card for steel players. And then we have an uncommon foil for Dopey. Check that out. And of course, this is going to be borderless because it connects with some others. But this is just an uncommon. This isn't an epic, even though it does kind of look like an epic card because it's lacking the borders there to connect with the other cards, which is a cool feature that they've done. But it can obviously sometimes it can make pulling cards a little interesting because confusing almost because it's like, wait, this looks like a but it's not. It also is a reminder of just how far Lorcana has come since that first set now, because, you know, we have cards like that, you know, basically look like a special treatment card, but it's just a regular cold foil. We got a Dangerous Plan. There's a Violet Par at Wit's End. The Queen, Evil Ruler, Louisa Madrigal, pushing through. Syndrome, Evil Inventor. This Growing Pressure, nice. Mickey Mouse Experienced Traveler. The Huntsman on Queen's Orders. Zeus, Defiant God. Mrs. Incredible, super stretchy. And Remote Inklands again. And then a common foil Merida's Bow. So we are already seeing a lot of Incredibles and Toy Story cards, you know, come through, which is really cool and just reminds you that this set, you know, really is kind of the coming out party for those Pixar films and those characters, of which I'm sure we're only going to get more. You know, we've seen some of the Disney Pixar kind of collaboration characters before, but this is the first time we're getting like the straight Pixar stuff, which is pretty cool. Wow, we've gotten the same puzzle piece now. Preston Whitmore, Young Macintosh, Proud Son, RC, Happy. Of course, this in its foil version would connect with that Bashful that we got earlier. Prince Charming, Chip. Oh, I love the Rescue Rangers so much. Louisa Madrigal, Ranger Team Up, speaking of. 3 Arrows, Merida, Gifted Archer. Really like that artwork. Great artwork there. Then we got a super rare, Eleanor, Renowned Diplomat, which means what do we got? Oh, and it's going to be a rare Omnidroid foil card. You know, pre-release kits, I'm expecting that legendary is going to be the best card that we get out of this. That said, I imagine that there's going to be some folks lucky enough to open an enchanted. There's going to be some folks lucky enough to probably even get an iconic. I mean, that's going to be like, the odds on that are astronomical, I'm sure. But, you know, it could happen. It could absolutely happen. So, Mr. Incredible Bob Parr, lifting some weight there, pumping iron. Angus, Mighty Horse, Sabotage. Sleepy, which of course this would also connect to that other dwarf card. Fauna, Good Natured Fairy. Gosselin Mallard. Super Suit. We have seen the Super Suit. Strange Things. Shepherd's Journal. Cinderella, Resourceful Traveler, which was our promo card. Edna Mode. Oh, very cool. Fashion designer. Love that. And then we got a common Someone Will Lose His Head foil version. Last pack. Let's see if we get a little pre-release last pack magic here. Who knows? Who knows? I doubt it. Again, I think pulling that legendary Mrs. Incredible is pretty great, and I will take it. Certainly not going to complain over that. That is hilarious, though. We literally got the same puzzle piece 3 times. So we got 3 puzzle pieces in total from these 6 packs. That's kind of hilarious. All right. So we got ha! Spoilers. We did get something in this. Wow. Wind Up Frog, Incrediboy. Very nice. The Witch, Frozone, Bruno Madrigal, Alan Adale, Copper, Ham, Goofy. We got a super rare Fergus, and we got a legendary Kita. Amazing. There. And then hiding behind this Kita, wow, look at that. It's an epic Pocahontas Steadfast Traveler. That looks so good. So good. For a minute there, epics were kind of almost like a token card in a way, that it's like, oh, hey, you didn't get an enchanted, so here's something else. But they've really upped the game. I mean, these look just as good as early enchanted cards, if not better, frankly. Such a beautiful card. Really like that. And it's going to go into a sleeve. These cards are gorgeous. I think that, Ravensburger's done an incredible job of, really making the cards pop, and the special treatments, and making the legendaries feel special, the epics feel special, the enchanteds now feeling so incredibly special. We got some really cool cards here. I think, if I'm looking at this as a pre-release kit, like, being able to lean into like Sapphire Steel would be good for us. Now, obviously, again, the point is to do pack rush. You're just slamming 2 packs together. But still, if you were doing kind of traditional building a deck out of this, you'd certainly have some kind of archetypes to lean into, if you will. But that said, that is going to do it for the pre-release kit for Disney Lorcana Wilds Unknown. What a cool thing that we actually have actual pre-release kits for Disney Lorcana now. It was definitely something that felt a little lacking. I think the game still, to me, does not feel as friendly to limited play as obviously as Magic, or even some of the other games that are out there now. I think that there are other games that do limited a little bit better. It's interesting, like a game like Flesh and Blood, for instance, which does do limited well, doesn't always do limited well. Some sets are geared absolutely towards drafting, and this is a draftable set. You're going to want to draft this set. Then there are other sets that just you really wouldn't be able to get much mileage out of it. So it's interesting to me the way that a lot of TCGs handle limited as a format. I think Lorcana is not really in the mix when it comes to like the top 5 of TCGs and the way that they handle limited. That said, I love the game so much, and I'm really interested to see how these pre-releases play out, and what people think and make of the pre-release kits. Obviously, we had a pretty great pre-release kit, 2 legendaries and an epic. I'm not complaining at all. Like, I mean, again, you're going to have somebody out there that pulls enchanteds. You're going to have somebody out there that pulls an iconic probably out of a pre-release kit. That's the way it goes, right? You see it all the time. Pokemon, I've seen people pull gold cards out of those pre-release kits, or build and battle kits rather. So it's going to happen. That said, I think I'm very happy with what we were able to net out of that pre-release kit. So anyway, I'm going to take a quick break, and then I'm going to come back, and we're going to open a Trove, which is my favorite product for TCGs, quite frankly. I just love the Illumineer's Troves so much. ETBs, well, we'll see. Anyway, but I think that they are, in my opinion, they're a better product than like Magic Bundles. Magic Bundles are great, but I just love these Troves so much. And we're going to get into the Wilds Unknown Trove when we come back. We are opening up a Disney Lorcana Wilds Unknown Trove. I love the Troves. They're one of my favorite products for TCGs, period. Not just for Lorcana, but just across the board. They packed with some really cool stuff. They don't include the lore books anymore, which is too bad in some ways. However, we get a lot of really great stuff in here. In fact, let's just go ahead and take a look right now. You're going to get a storage box, and that storage box will hold a complete playset of this set, which I always think is so cool. You're going to get 6 card dividers, 6 damage counter dice, 1 lore counter, and 8 booster packs, for a total of 96 cards. Again, it's a great product. I love it. I'm a fan. We got Mrs. Incredible, or Elastigirl. I don't know what we're calling her these days. There we've got Woody and Buzz here on the front, and they're kind of stylized Lorcana versions of the characters. We got Merida here. On the top, you see you got the lore symbol there. Yeah, so let's just crack this thing open and get down to business. Although I don't know if there's any Mulan cards in here, so I don't know how much business we can get down to without that. But anyway, there is our beautiful, just beautiful storage box. Although this one is a little, I don't know, that might actually be done that way on purpose. It looks kind of wrinkled, but it's fine on the back. So I'm wondering if this has got glued on improperly maybe, or if it's supposed to look like that. I can't really tell. The whole box looks that way, it looks like, so maybe it is a choice. It's an interesting choice because it would be very easy for that to look wrong, especially compared to what we've seen from the other storage boxes. But hey, you know what? I'm just going to go with it. Let me know what yours looks like. We got the lore counter here, which looks really, really, really nice. They always do a great job with these. They look good. We got the dividers. Let's go ahead and crack these open. See if I can test my Disney knowledge and make sure I know all these characters, because I probably don't, but we'll find out. All right, so we have our Amber with Woody on the back. Then we have our Amethyst here, which has got Mrs. Incredible. We've got our Emerald, which is going to give us Buzz, looking very good. We got Ruby, and that is going to give us, ooh, I'm not sure who that is, actually. We'll have to find out who that is because, yeah, I don't know. Then we have our Sapphire, which is going to give us our Gadget, who I couldn't think of earlier. And then we've got our Steel with our Merida. That's so interesting. Like, I'm not sure. I just don't know who that is at all. So you're going to have to tell me. You're going to have to tell me who Ruby is repping because I don't know. But those dividers are always very nice. It's a great accessory to have. And then over here, of course, we have our damage counter dice, which we have already seen because these are exactly the same as what come in the pre-release kit, only there you get 4 instead of 6. So all told, if you get a pre-release kit and a Trove, you've got 10 of these now, which is pretty sweet. And I always love getting these counter dice. It's so nice. Yeah, I dig it. And then, of course, the real reason why we're here, we've got our 8 Lorcana packs, Woody, Merida, and Gadget repping on the pack. Put our Trove over there, put our packs up here. Let's do this. Let's open it up, see what we can find. Of course, enchanteds are always welcome. Epics are looking really, really nice, especially with the spot varnish that they've got going on those. Iconics, I mean, let's face it, Iconics are probably one of the most sought after trading cards on the market today. I mean, we're talking a graded Mickey, I think, sold for $8,000. Think about that for a moment. So anyway, here we go. Joshua Sweet, Mr. Incredible, the Fat Cats Club, Bullseye, Loyal Horse. Oh, my son will like that. Super Relocation Program, Robin Hood, Desert Wanderer. Really like that. Like that art a lot. He looks so good. So good. That's Kevin Slawinski art right there. We got Norton Nimnall. Very nice. Daisy Duck, Trendy Traveler. The Safety Rope. We got Don't Be Nervous with the dwarves there. Very nice. And then we get another rare with Escape Plan and a common foil Fauna. Again, no borders here because it will connect to other cards, which I do love when they do that. It can, as I mentioned earlier, be a little confusing because that looks a lot like an Epic card. But of course, the Epic cards do have the spot foiling, so it helps you to kind of identify what's what there. All right, moving right along. Got another puzzle card. The same puzzle card. That's so weird. That's what happened in our pre-release kit. We got the same 3 puzzle pieces out of 6 packs. We got Merida, Defiant Daughter. We got The Dangerous Plan. We've seen some of these before, obviously. Violet Parr. Dale! Nice. We got Chip in our pre-release. Now we got both of them together. Mirage. Gadget Hack Wrench. Maudie, Exasperated Nursemaid. Amazu's Ink Caster. Very cool, leaning into the lore. All right. We got Woody, Leader of the Toys. The Prince, Searching for His Love, and a Syndrome's Remote, and then a common Mirabelle Madrigal. So I'd love to hear what people are looking for the most from this set. If there's anything in particular you're really angling for. Snow White seems to be a very popular legendary right now. Oh, look at Pluto. Oh, I do love Pluto. Certainly sitting kind of at the top of the roost as far as that goes. We got our Jessie Enchanted, which also sitting up there pretty high. Some really, really gorgeous enchanteds here. And then, of course, there's the iconic, right? We got two iconics, Buzz and Merida, and I think that Buzz is probably going to be the big one. Although Merida's awesome. I mean, I love Brave. I think that's such a great movie. My daughter's a huge fan of that movie too. She keeps asking me for a bow. Prince Eric, Noble Swordsman, Bashful, Mirabelle Madrigal, Mickey Mouse, Experienced Traveler, Lord McGuffin, Goofy, Determined Traveler, Bouncing Ducky, and we got a super rare Jack Park. Nice. And then we got a rare foil Alien. Which I don't know if we'd seen the Alien yet before, so that's cool. We'll get another Toy Story reveal here, if you will. Now, just so you know, I've been doing a lot of pack openings on the channel recently, or on social media, and I usually say, hey, we're going to have these in the store as singles. This is actually my personal stock that we're looking at right now, so there will be singles available in store, but what we're seeing here is actually just my own personal stuff. So these cards will be mine, but we will have some stuff on the channel that you can also see that will be in the stores. So we had the Jingle Joe, which is cool. Now we got the Plunger Crossbow, Dolores Madrigal, Sneezy, Syndrome, and then we have Merryweather and Copper and the Ranger team up card again. Ooh, and we got a super rare, the Family Scattered. Does that mean? It does. We got a legendary, and it's Sid. Oh boy, Sid Phillips, toy surgeon. He's Ruby, because naturally. And then, ooh, check it out. Nice. We got an epic doc. Wow, that's gorgeous. The Pocahontas was beautiful, but there's something about this one. I don't know. It's hard to tell between the two, but that is a gorgeous looking card. Gorgeous looking card. That sleeve was weird. Man. They just, again, I feel like they've made the epic cards feel more special than maybe they initially did, and I am here for it. That looks so nice. So nice. It's funny. I've had good luck in Troves before, where I've pulled a few legendaries, a couple of chases, as far as legendaries are concerned. I've pulled an enchanted out of a Trove before once. We'll see if we get lucky again. I don't know. But we're going to keep on trying. All right. We got the Young McGuffin. Audrey Ramirez. That's who that was. It's Audrey Ramirez. That's who is on our red divider. Part of the problem is I haven't seen Atlantis in an incredibly long time, like probably since it came out, frankly. So that's why I just drew a huge blank. Right behind you, Gaten Moliere, very cool. Tasha Kim, and Alien, and Edna Mode, and then, oh, nice, a foil legendary Luisa Madrigal. Very, very cool. That is, this has been a nice trove. I do not mind this at all. Some great stuff to build with here as well. Some of these cards are definitely going to find ways into decks without a doubt. So, that's what we're really looking for. What are we going to play with? What do we want to build around? Also sometimes just what's cool. What's our favorite characters? What's our favorite theme? Merida's bow. That'd be my daughter's. Pegasus, Searching High and Low, Mrs. Incredible, Helen Parr, Julieta Madrigal, Karen Baker, Grumpy, Casa Madrigal, Eleanor, Bespelled Queen, very cool. Wow, this is a nice card, actually. 4-cost inkable, 3/4 Challenger +2 and Quest for 2. That could be a good piece. Gyro Evac, Salvage Operation, Omnidroid V10, and then a super rare Syndrome, and then a foil Sleepy, which you can see here is borderless on one side, is going to connect to those other dwarfs that we've seen in the foiling as well. So very, very cool. That'll look really nice in a binder. Obviously, if you throw that out there. We got 2 packs left in this Wilds Unknown Trove opening. All right. Oh, Minnie Mouse on that puzzle piece. We got Joshua Sweet, Like a Bird in the Sky, Fat Cats Club, Woody, Waiting for a Friend. Oh, that's such a nice piece of art. Federico Maria Cugliari. Hopefully I didn't butcher that too much. Willow the Wisp. Prince Charming, Searching for Answers. Another Eleanor, really like that one. Buzz's Arm. That's very cool. Funny story about that. I bought my son a Buzz Lightyear toy. He loved it. It was amazing. He dropped it on the floor like the third day he had it. The arm popped off. And we joked in the store because I was telling Jay, actually, manager over at Algonquin, about it. And then we both joked. It's like, hey, this isn't a defect. It's a feature. Kesha Kim, I was able to fix it with some hobby skills. I used like some green stuff and drilled it out. And yeah, anyway, Bouncing Ducky. Oh yes, nice. This is awesome. The legendary Dale. This is a really good card for Amber. It's also just awesome because it's Dale and it's Rescue Rangers, and I love that. This is Dale ready for his shot. He's a 4-cost inkable 0/4 spike suit. During challenges, your characters deal damage with their defense instead of their willpower. This is awesome. He also has with their willpower rather than their attack. And then he has Questing for 2. And then we have a Family Scattered super rare foil card. And, I was about ready to say there you have it. But no, we've got one pack left. So we pulled 3 legendaries from this Trove. Now, I have heard that pull rates for this set are better than they have been for a while, which is great because the past 2 sets, I thought the pull rates were abysmal compared to what they usually were. They weren't that bad, but they were not great. I opened a lot and barely, like, I opened a couple boxes and got like 2 legendaries. So yeah, out of each box, but still. Anyway, Todd, Pterodactyl Janie Doll, Fergus, Gosselin Mallard, Frozone, Dr. Sarah Bellum, Alma Madrigal leading the way. This is different from the other Alma that we saw. Omnidroid V9, Roller Bob, Sid's toy. And then we got the Buzz Lightyear on the way. Love that card. And then we have Alma Madrigal, Keeper of the Flame. Very cool. And then we're going to wrap it all up with a common Frozone foil. So there you have it. That is our Illumineer's Trove for Disney Lorcana trading card game Wilds Unknown. Let's take a quick look here at what we have. We pulled the Sid Phillips legendary, the Luisa Madrigal foil legendary, and there he is, Dale, ready for his shot legendary. But that's not all. No, because we also pulled the epic Doc taking notes, and it looks so good. So good. So between a pre-release kit and a Trove, we've pulled like 5 legendaries and 2 epics. Certainly not going to complain at all about that. Very, very nice stuff here. And now we get to just go wild and start cracking boxes and seeing what we can find, because that's what we're going to do. And you know what? Some of the boxes that I'm cracking are actually singles for the store. So if you are local to the Chicagoland area, or if you want to head on over to grognardgames.com and click on that TCG player link, you will actually find all of the singles that I open for the store available there. Or in store. Grognard Games Roselle is probably going to carry most of these in store because that's the store that has our largest Lorcana scene. But before we get into cracking boxes, I do want to take a look at the 2-player starter set. This is super cool. We're getting a new 2-player starter set. This has got everything 2 players need to play. Become an Illumineer and wield magic ink to summon glimmers of Disney characters. With your team, you'll challenge opposing Illumineers as you race your way to victory. We get 4 special foil cards inside. It's discover a toy box full of beloved toys, brave archers, and intrepid explorers. These cards play nice together, allowing you to draw even more cards into your hand. The other is daring heroics. Not all heroes wear super suits. As you fight alongside a team of incredible supers, you can also play other characters just as ready to help save the day. You're going to get 2 deck storage boxes, 13 tokens, 2 ready to play 60 card decks. Each include 2 special foil cards in each deck, 2 lore trackers, and a rule book. I'm not going to crack this open right now, mainly because I don't think there's much need. You can get the card lists online and that sort of stuff, but it does look really, really cool. I'm sure that this is going to be a great item for folks to have. I'm looking forward to playing this with my wife, just because We haven't really been building decks yet. She hasn't gotten into that yet. We did the gateway, had a lot of fun playing the gateway. This a couple of starter decks, obviously, that I've purchased over the time. But having something like this to crack open and just kind of play with will also be a lot of fun. So a great product for those starting out, or for those that are playing maybe casual, kitchen table stuff. I think that's going to be a great way to go. So there you have it. That's it for right now. But when I come back, we are going to open up a booster box of Disney Lorcana trading card game in Wilds Unknown. Wilds Unknown is the latest set for Disney Lorcana trading card game, and it drops Friday, May the 8th. We have pre-release events in Roselle on the 9th and the 10th, and one on the 14th in Batavia. So head on over to grognardgames.com, click the events tab, and you'll be able to find out ticket information for that. Get your ticket and attend the pre-release. You can crack open your very own pre-release kit, just like we did here a second ago. And then, of course, we'll have plenty of product for you there. We're a little short on that 2-player starter set, believe it or not, but we should have Trove's packs, stuff to go around aside from that. So that's all I got right now. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of one another, stay safe out there, and always, always roll responsibly.